question was, if you go outside with a wet hair, or will you catch a cold? And our problem was, in what type of weather are you most likely to catch a cold if your head is wet and you walk outside?
My hypothesis is, if you take a hot shower in the morning and go outside where it's cold, when it's cold, then you will catch a cold because of the change of the temperature.
Our independent variable was the weather, because that's what we're gonna be, or that's what's gonna be changing. And the dependent variable is whether you catch a cold or not. And the things we're gonna be keeping the same are the water temperature and the same person and wet hair.
Our control group is the dry hair. Our experimental conditions are wet hair and cold temperatures, wet hair and hot temperature, and wet hair inside.
Materials we used were a thermometer, warm water, our person, and the doctor.
So, in our procedure, first we said that you had to wet your hair with warm water in the morning and step outside into the cold air, because usually it's colder in the morning. And have the doctor take your temperature after 3 days, because usually it takes a couple of days for the actual cold for you to get a cold. Then you write down the data, so whatever the doctor says, if they have a cold or not, we would repeat, and then we have to repeat the steps 5 times. And then wet head with warm water in midday, you have to step outside as well. Have the doctor take the patient's temperature after 3 days, and then write down the data. And then wet hair with warm water at night, and then you also have to step outside into the air. Have the doctor take the patient's temperature after 3 days, and write down data. And then for the dry hair, so you had to just be dry, go outside in the morning, and then also you would do the same thing for midday and also for nighttime, and see if you would catch a cold after 3 days.
Awesome. Thank you.